and a warm welcome to South Asia Today, where we bring you in-depth insights into the key events shaping South Asia. I am Shivangi Mishra and here are today's top stories. India's Himachal Pradesh beacons with summer magic and mountain serenity. Nepal's former king Gyanendra Shah calls for political shift in New Year's message. Water crisis deepens in Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan. Mud-filled tank exposes official negligence. Let's begin the show. India is home to countless summer getaways, but Himachal Pradesh shines as a crown jewel among them. With its refreshing climate, emerald hills, and a captivating blend of thrill and tranquility, it promises an unforgettable retreat from the scorching heat. From misty mountains to charming hill towns, let's journey through the top tourist destinations in Himachal Pradesh, each offering its own unique flavor of adventure and serenity.
Spread across 21,000 square miles, Himachal Pradesh is a land of breathtaking beauty with something unique to offer in every district. From Shimla to Kullu, Manali, Dharamshala and Dalhousie, each destination attracts visitors year-round. Among them, Dalhousie in Chamba district stands out as a peaceful hill station known for its scenic mountains, lush forest and snow-covered landscapes. With its pleasant climate and tranquil charm, Dalhousie is a perfect escape for nature lovers and peace seekers alike.
We are currently in Dalhousie. The environment is very nice. We experienced snowfall also. It was a very good experience. The weather is nice. Everything is cold, but ओवरऑल अ गुड एक्सपीरियंस।
डलहौजी और चंबा जिला में तो पोटेंशियल टूरिज्म का बहुत ज़्यादा है और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि डलहौजी और चंबा जिला जो है इट्स प्लेस्ड वेरी आइडली पंजाब के साथ और अदरवाइज द शॉर्टेस्ट पॉसिबल डिस्टेंस जो है आप पंजाब से डलहौजी पहुंच जाते हैं 2.5-3 घंटे की और गुड ड्राइव गुड रोड्स कोई ऐसा इशू नहीं है।
A new attraction in Dalhousie is the innovative fly dining restaurant, where guests enjoy delicious meals 160 feet above the ground. Suspended by a crane, the 24-seat dining table offers stunning panoramic views for the Pir Panjal range and surrounding mountains.
It was great. Never had this kind of experience ever before. I was a little scared before, but the staff was so nice. They made me so comfortable and the food was so delicious. And the view, it's to die for. Must go for it.
Another major tourist attraction in Himachal Pradesh is the Spiti Valley. Tucked away in the lap of the Himalayas, Spiti enchants visitors with its raw, untouched beauty and mystical charm. Surrounded by snow-capped peaks, ancient Buddhist monasteries and vast open skies, the valley feels like a world apart, serene, surreal and true unforgettable.
हम लोग जब गुजरात से आए तो उसके बाद हम लोगों को यहाँ पे आके पहले तो बहुत ठंडा फील हुआ था। उसके बाद जब ये वादियों में आए तो ये इतना सुंदर हमको लगा और यहाँ आसपास आप देख रहे हो मतलब बहुत ही पूरा बर्फ है और उसके बीच में हम हैं। यहाँ की वादियां भी बहुत अच्छे हैं, रास्ते भी अच्छे हैं, लोग भी बहुत अच्छे हैं।
A journey through Spiti Valley is truly a one-of-a-kind experience. With its tranquil valleys, serene lakes and snow-covered peaks, the landscape looks straight out of a postcard.
जब से अटल टनल का यहाँ पर जब से खुला है तब से लाहौल में जो है टूरिज्म का स्कोप बहुत बढ़ गया है। यहाँ पर एडवेंचर स्पोर्ट्स बहुत विकसित हुए हैं, जैसे हमारे पास एटीवी राइड है, जिप लाइन है, स्की है, ट्यूब है, रॉकेट जंपिंग्स है और भी कई तरह के एक्टिविटीज हैं।
Spiti's greatest charm lies in its rich cultural heritage, a unique blend of Hinduism and Buddhism. No mention of Himachal's Buddhist sites is complete without Dharamshala, home to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. McLeodganj, a vibrant part of Dharamshala, serves as the heart of Tibetan life and a key center for Buddhist teachings.
With the presence of His Holiness itself, all these tourists are coming here for the blessings, for the teachings, and to get a solace in their life, to find happiness and peace, right, and to get a wisdom in their lives.
I wanted to join a course in Tushita. So there was a course, Introduction to Buddhism. It was a 10 days residential course. So I just wanted to do that course and I did that, and it's beautiful actually. It's a beautiful course.
Dharamshala and its surrounding areas attract visitors from around the world with their stunning natural beauty, rich Tibetan culture, spiritual significance, and opportunities for adventure, relaxation, and cultural exploration.
And we decided to come up to the mountains, to the foot of the Himalayas, and to explore a little bit this Buddhist community here that's with the Tibetan refugees.
This area is a hub for paragliding, particularly Beer Building Valley, and in Dharamshala also we have two sites, Indrunag and Nirvana, where paragliding takes place, and many adventure lovers come to this place to have a great feel of adventure.
Shimla, the charming capital of Himachal Pradesh, continues to enchant visitors with its colonial era, architecture, panoramic vistas, and crisp mountain air. Alongside gems like Manali, Dharamshala, and Dalhousie, it remains a year-round magnet for travelers seeking beauty and bliss.
Moving on. Nepal's deposed king Gyanendra Shah has released a politically charged video message expressing hope for a new system aligned with the people's will. Addressing himself as the monarch, Shah's New Year message comes amid growing calls for return of monarchy. Just a week before the pro-monarchist Rashtriya Prajatantra Party is set to stage street demonstrations. A report.
Nepal's deposed king Gyanendra Shah has released a video message expressing hope that the country will move toward a new system aligned with the people's will. Issuing a 13-minute video statement with an opening address to him as monarch of the Himalayan nation, Shah stated in his New Year wishes that he hopes the country will move toward a new system.
नेपाली जनतामा देश र भविष्यलाई लिएर जुन खालको जागरुकता पैदा भएको छ त्यसलाई हामीले सकारात्मक रूपमा लिएका छौं। वास्तवमा नेपाली जनतामा रहेको देशभक्तिपूर्ण भावना विश्वमै अनुकरणीय र अनुसरणीय छ। देशलाई विद्यमान जटिलताबाट मुक्त गराई शान्त, स्थिर र समृद्ध मुलुक बनाउने जागरुकता जुन पैदा भएको छ, नयाँ वर्ष 2082 मा नेपाली जनताको चाहना अनुसारको परिणाम हासिल हुने विश्वास थपिएको छ।
The politically charged statement from the former monarch comes in wake of rising demand for monarchy in the Himalayan nation and a week before the right-wing pro-monarchist party Rashtriya Prajatantra Party hit the streets. The monarch of the Himalayan nation follows the lineage of Shah dynasty, was revered as an incarnation of Hindu god Vishnu. With the abolishment monarchy, it got limited to a very small group, which now again is re-emerging. In the released video, the deposed monarch highlighted that each new year begins with excitement and it often ends in disappointment due to current political instability. Reiterating his earlier statement released on Democracy Day, Shah warned that the nation remains trapped in corruption and unrest. Shah also stressed the monarchy's historical role in safeguarding nationalism and democracy, presenting the constitutional monarchy as a tradition rooted in public sentiment.
समाजका विभिन्न दल, वर्ग र जन समुदायले आफ्नो धारणा आस्था तथा अभिव्यक्ति राख्न पाउनु प्रजातन्त्रको सुन्दर विशेषता हो तर त्यस्तो धारणा र मान्यता प्रस्तुत गर्दा सबैले संयम अपनाउनु पर्दछ केही दिन अघि जनप्रदर्शनमा जुन प्रकारको हिंसा आगजनी तोडफोड भयो त्यसबाट जस प्रकारको मानवीय एवं भौतिक क्षति भयो त्यो सुन्दा हामीलाई अत्यन्तै दुःख लाग्यो नागरिक स्वतन्त्रता भन्दा ठुलो तन्त्रवाद हुँदैन वास्तविक प्रजातन्त्र त्यहाँ हुन्छ जहाँ राम्रो नराम्रो जनगुनासो वा गुणगान सुन्ने परम्परा र संस्कार हुन्छ
The 77-year-old deposed monarch had come to power for the second time in 2001 following the royal massacre where the entire family of his brother Birendra Bir Bikram Shah was assassinated. 2 years after abolishing nearly 2.5 centuries old monarchy system, the Himalayan nation became a republic and a secular state on May 28, 2008. With less than 2 decades into the new practice of governance, the Himalayan nation is now divided into two factions of pro and anti-monarchs.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
In Iraq's Karbala, palm tree fields are being revitalized as part of a national effort to restore the country's agricultural sector. The war between Iraq and Iran, fought between 1980 and 1988, resulted in great destruction of date palm fields and forced many people to abandon their lands. Mohammad Al-Khuzai, spokesperson for Iraq's Ministry of Agriculture, explained that significant efforts are underway to plant large number of palm trees, including both traditional Iraqi varieties and imported types like Majhul and Deglet Noor. He also said many companies and projects are heavily investing in this sector. The Fadak Palm Farm, for example, acts as a genetic bank, preserving various palm species and expanding its plantation significantly. The overall number of palm trees in Iraq has grown substantially, reflecting the government's focus on enhancing agricultural productivity and economic development. Hundreds of anti-government protesters in Belgrade gathered in front of the state television RTS building this week, angered by the state broadcasters reporting on the November railway station disaster. Protesters blew whistles, chanted slogans, and stood in silence in front of the RTS building for 16 minutes to commemorate victims of a railway station roof collapse, for which they blamed Serbian authorities. The protest was organized and led by students who are demanding that those responsible for the roof collapse that killed more than a dozen people are brought to justice. 5 months of the near-daily protests have drawn in students, teachers, farmers and others to become the biggest threat yet to President Alexander Vucic's decade-long rule. Many Serbians attribute November's railway station disaster to rampant corruption, which they tie to Vucic and his ruling Serbian Progressive Party. Dior creative director Maria Grazia Chiuri showed her fall fashion collection of loose, minimalist styles in the garden of the Toji Temple in Kyoto this week. Models walked down a broad, pebbled path and over a footbridge, parading long overcoats and dresses in mostly somber colors, some worn wrapped kimono style across the chest. There were loose trousers, wide-sleeved jackets and long, airy dresses with glittering flower patterns. Some looks were accessorized with a single earring or a crossbody bag. The French fashion house worked with local specialists, including traditional Japanese textile company Tatsumura Textile Company for the designs, which drew on 15th and 16th century styles. Owned by LVMH, Dior's ties to Japan, where it has held exhibits and fashion shows and dressed royals, date back to its founder Christian Dior, who in 1957 designed coats to fit over the shape of the kimono. For the finale, models lined up in front of the pagoda-style temple that was founded in the year 796 as Thury, who joined Dior in 2016, walked out for her bow, pausing for a quick nod to the audience.
Basic necessities remain a distant dream for the people of Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan. In a shocking revelation, a government-installed water tank meant to supply clean drinking water to locals has been found completely filled with mud. With no access to safe water, residents are left to fend for themselves, raising alarming concerns over health and survival in the region. His report.
In Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, residents continue to suffer due to sheer administrative negligence. What was supposed to be a clean water supply tank is now nothing more than a mud-filled container unfit for use. Villagers already battling poor infrastructure and lack of public services are now deprived of even the most basic human need, clean drinking water.
जिस जगह में हम यहाँ बैठे हैं ये जगह है हमारे ओशकंदाज के लिए पानी लाने की टंकियाँ। इन टंकियों की हशर आप देख रहे हो यहाँ पे आपके सामने है। ये टंकियाँ तकरीबन कोई 15 से 18 फुट गहराई से बनाई गई है, लाखों रुपए इसके अंदर खर्च करके। आज इसके अंदर ये सूरत हाल है कि जनाब आप देख रहे हैं रेत भर के पूरा जो है ये टंकियाँ भर गई है। एक तो 8 फुट भरी हुई है, 8 फुट उसका फिर भी कुछ नज़र आ रहा है हिस्सा, एक तो मुकम्मल ऐसा है कि भर गई है टंकी जिसके ऊपर हम बैठे हुए हैं। 16 फुट की टंकी जो है 1.5 फुट पे जगह खाली पड़ी हुई भरी हुई है, चंबर तक भर गया है। तो ये जो है मैं ये समझता हूँ कि ये इदारे की नाअहली है।
Locals alleged that despite repeated complaints, no action has been taken by the authorities. The water tank, funded and installed by local bodies, has not seen maintenance in months, if at all it was ever cleaned. With no alternative sources, many are being forced to consume unsafe water, exposing entire communities to serious health risks.
इस वक्त ये सूरत हाल है कि पानी फिल्टर के बजाय सेम वही गदला पानी जो है नीचे पब्लिक को थोड़ा सा आ रहा, वो भी गदला पानी आ रहा, जिसकी वजह से लोगों के अंदर गर्मियों के सिलसिले में बिलखुसूस बीमारियां पैदा होने का अंदेशा है और पहले हुई है। इस तरह की निशानदेही भी की गई है इदारों की तरफ से बारहा। तो हम गवर्नमेंट से यही मुतालिबा करेंगे, अभी भी कोई क़यामत नहीं पड़ी है, अभी भी गुंजाइश है। गवर्नमेंट अगर चाहे तो यहाँ पे एक एक्सलेटर भेज दे, उसको 2-3 दिन के लिए, 3 दिन के 4 दिन के अंदर ये पूरा मलबा निकाल के इसमें पानी दे के पब्लिक को एक बेहतरीन सहूलत जो है यहाँ से मुहैया किया जा सकता है।
Residents report an increase in waterborne diseases including stomach infections, skin rashes, and even cases of typhoid. Yet there have been no health camps, no emergency intervention, and no response from higher officials. Women and children are walking for kilometers daily to fetch water from distant, unreliable sources.
मैं नाअहल इस इदारे को जो है ना मैं तनकीद करता हूँ, क्योंकि इनसे 8 मुलाजिम काम करते हैं, सही ना। इससे जो है ना आज हम ये बैठे हुए हैं, ये कोई मैदान नहीं है, ये कोई जो है ना वो बैठने की जगह नहीं है, ये हम टैंकियों के ऊपर रेत के ऊपर बैठे हुए हैं जो 8 फुट से नीचे जो है ना 10-12 फुट तकरीबन नीचे हैं और इसमें भरे हुए हैं। ये इंतजामिया की नाअहली है। और 8 हमारे मुलाजिम जो ओशकंदाज में काम करते हैं, कहाँ से वो क्यों उनको रखा गया है? अगर रखना है तो अपनी जो है ना सर्विसेज को अहसन तरीके से जो अंजाम दे। ये मट्टी भरी हुई है तो यहाँ से हम क्या मिलेगा हमें?
The water crisis highlights the grim reality of governance in Gilgit-Baltistan, where the bare minimum is still out of reach. The water tank stands as a symbol not of aid but of neglect, false promises, and failed administration. As temperatures rise and the need for clean water grows urgent, the silence of the authorities becomes even more deafening.
The town of Thimi in Nepal turned vibrant red during the Sindoor Jatra or Vermilion festival marking the Nepali New Year. Celebrated with sacred tradition, the streets were clouded with vermilion powder symbolizing prosperity. Devotees paraded 32 palanquins carrying deities around the revered Balkumari temple, creating a spectacle of devotion, color and joy that reflects the deep-rooted cultural heritage of this ancient Newar town. We have a look.
The town of Thimi in Nepal was painted red, symbolizing prosperity and considered sacred in the age-old tradition as it celebrated the Sindoor Jatra or Vermilion festival to mark the arrival of the Nepali New Year. The streets were painted red with vermilion powder as devotees carried 32 ceremonial palanquins hosting various deities around the Balkumari temple. Traditional drums and cymbals added to the festive atmosphere, encouraging revelers to join in. The festival brought the community together, with people smearing vermilion powder on each other's faces and celebrating with joy. The annual festival of Sindoor Jatra paints the town with vermilion. It is observed on the 2nd of Baisakh, the first month of the year as per the lunar calendar.
As a New Year छ नि रमाइलो अनि हाम्रो अब देवताहरु मान्ने पूजाहरु गर्ने भोज खाने त्यही भनेर बुझेको छु मैले चाहिँ आजको दिन चाहिँ खासमा नख हुन्छ हाम्रो अनि हामीले चाहिँ के भन्छ यता चाहिँ बलि चढाएर शनि कुखुराहरु अनि भोज खान्छौं हामीले चाहिँ अनि अरु चाहिँ यही हो रमाइलो सिन्दुरहरु लगाएर अनि रमाइलो गर्ने त्यही हो आज चाहिँ
The Sindoor Jatra is an integral part of the Biska Jatra celebrations in the Bhaktapur area, attracting thousands of people each year. As Nepal entered the New Year 2082, the festival also marked the advent of the spring season. A day before the observance of Sindoor Jatra, the locals of Thimi perform Ganseng Choikigu, which means the firing of forest wood. The next day, palanquins, locally called khat, are taken to Vishnuveer during the day. Deities are taken on the carts to Kavachin from Layakhu during the night. On New Year's Day, devotees present offerings and pray to goddess Balkumari. During the evening, devotees perform righteous acts such as lighting oil lamps. Some even place them on their legs, chest, forehead and arms and lie static for hours. The next day, to liven up the atmosphere, musicians play Dhime Baja to encourage the revelers. During the celebration, only the orange-colored vermilion powder is used, following the age-old tradition where it is considered sacred and pure. This age-old tradition, called the Bhuli, Sinha in the local Newa dialect, is translated as red and sindoor. The annual celebration attracts thousands of people, with some standing on balconies and rooftops.
एकदम रमाइलो लाग्यो यस्तो त्यो भिडमा पनि यति धेरै इन्जोय हैन अनि यो कलर यो जुन सिन्दूर रङ छ यसले झनै बबाल मजा आउने सबैभन्दा रमाइलो चाहिँ रथ जुन छ नि त्यसलाई नजिकबाट एक्सपीरियन्स गर्न पाइयो अनि त्यो जुन हुलमुल एकदम त्यो भिडभाड जुन छ नि त्यो बडो मजा आयो अनि त्यसपछि यहाँ चाहिँ रथ अनुसार बाजाहरु पनि एकदम भेराइटीको हुँदो रहेछ त्यसको एक्सपीरियन्स गर्न पाइयो बडो मजा आयो
The vermilion powder, which is smeared on each other and thrown up in the air, is a symbol of prosperity. The music and vermilion powder fills the area with vibrancy and joy as devotees make merry while revolving their community chariots.
As we wrap up today's episode of South Asia Today, we thank you for joining us. We'll return next week at the same time with more insights and updates. This is Shivangi Mishra signing off on behalf of our entire team. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.